What would you do if you could essentially live forever and be so rich and powerful you were more or less above the law? Would you eat a tiger? Hey everybody, Frudrik from Geeks with Gear here. Welcome to another movie review and video game pairing. Today we're taking a look at one of the latest Netflix originals, Altered Carbon.
Your body is not who you are. You shed it like a snake sheds its skin. You transfer the human consciousness between bodies to live eternal life.
How long have I been down?
250 years.
You are the property of Bancroft Industries. You've been provided with this body, which came equipped with military-grade neurochem and combat muscle memory.
Mr. Kovacs.
I didn't ask you to bring me back into this world.
All I ask of you is that you solve a murder.
Whose?
Mine.
This is the beginning.
Whoever murdered him must be found, or we're all in danger.
I'm gonna need access that you don't want to give. And I'm gonna find answers that you may only think you want.
Friends, enemies, people with opportunity and motive.
You can't trust anybody.
If you don't solve this quickly enough, I'll erase you.
Till the end.
I thought you'd be bigger. They made me bring all this back up.
It's rude.
There's more here than you're willing to see. The mystery needs to be solved.
Hey, Lieutenant?
You know, saving your ass is not my only job.
I like her.
Altered Carbon takes place in the year 2384, where at this point, alien technology has been discovered to download one's consciousness into a little save disk referred to as a stack that's surgically inserted to the top of one's spinal column. When someone dies, their stack can be removed and inserted into a new body, which is simply referred to as a sleeve. Anyone can re-sleeve as many times as they want, as long as their stack's intact. But if something happens and it's destroyed, then your consciousness is destroyed as well, and you are dead. Real dead. The show's top stars are Joel Kinnaman, James Purefoy, and Martha Higareda. The show starts with Joel Kinnaman's character being woken up from 250 years in prison, which is essentially a big deep sleep. He's been essentially purchased by Purefoy's character. Yeah, he's that rich, that powerful. He's what's called a Methuselah, or referred to as a Met. Basically, he's been alive since the technology's been found, hundreds of years, and he's uber rich and can pretty much do anything he wants. So he goes and he revives Joel Kinnaman's character to help him solve his own murder. Martha Higareda's character is also looking into the murder, as well as trying to unravel the murder and mystery of her ex-partner and several other mysterious murders that have been going on around. I don't want to get too much into the story because, one, there's a lot. It's definitely a thinker. This is one you really have to pay attention to or you're going to miss something. There's a lot of really cool sci-fi to follow. And two, it's just a good mystery. It's a good story. It's a really good classic noir. And I want you guys to experience it and let it unfold for you. One thing I can't seem to say enough good about is Joel Kinnaman's performance. Now, I liked him back when he was in The Killing. I thought he did a good job. I think he did fairly well as RoboCop. But I think this is where he really hits his stride. He really has a bigger range than I've ever seen him have. And he nails the character in a way that you really sympathize and you really look into him. I think he just did fantastic. One of his best performances ever. And another area that I really liked were the sets. They were really visually stunning. This was a really good show to look at. They definitely spent their money on it, and it really shows. The other thing I liked was the social commentary. What happens if you give the elite of the world, or worlds in this case, the opportunity to live forever and to basically rule over everything? There's one scene, as I kind of alluded to earlier, where all the Mets are together at a huge banquet and they're dining on a tiger. Yeah, a tiger. Can't imagine it would taste good, but hey, I'm not uber rich. What do I know? It's interesting to see the way that it can kind of relate to nowadays and some of the struggles and some of the things that are going on socially that people complain about how the top 1% rule the rest of us. And this kind of sets it to an extreme, but it definitely makes you think about it. Another interesting way that it's illustrated is the fact that if you're murdered, the police will give you a new body or sleeve, but it's really just whatever they have lying around that hasn't been claimed. So in one scene, a young girl that had been murdered, like not even in her teens, was given a new body. And when their parents come to pick her up, they find that it's the body of a decrepit old woman. So of course they complain that, hey, she's young, she has a whole life ahead of her, she can't make it far with this. The police officer simply tells her, hey, it's what we had. If you don't like it, go buy a better one. Now, of course they're super expensive, but all the Mets have several copies of themselves. Not just copies of themselves, but copies of themselves in their prime. So as they regenerate, they go back to the best they've ever been. Now you can look at it and say, well, yeah, I mean, that's capitalism. You make more, you can have more. And, to an extent, I understand that. But at the same time, if we have this amazing technology, maybe it's something we should be spreading around a little better. I don't know. It's definitely an interesting aspect. James Purefoy also puts in a really good performance. If you liked him in The Following, I'd kind of compare it to that. A little strange, a little mysterious, a little creepy, but very charming. Martha Higareda also puts in a really good performance. She comes in, commands a lot of power, a lot of respect, and does really well, and is a very good counter to Joel Kinnaman's character. Really impressed with her, really enjoyed her performance. Overall, I give Altered Carbon 4 Geeky Eagles out of 5. I almost gave it 4.5. My only complaint about it is it does get a little extreme and a little gratuitous at times. It's definitely a movie for adults. Don't have it on for the kids, or I wouldn't even watch it with the kids around. It definitely goes over the edge and has a few scenes that kind of make you go, ugh. It's not for the faint of heart. Other than that, I really enjoyed it. So you've watched Altered Carbon, or maybe you're still watching it and you're looking for something to more fully immerse yourself in a futuristic world full of human advancement. Well, Deus Ex is the game for you.
Can you hear me, Jensen? How much longer do you think you can last? And now you're gunning for me to strike at the head of the snake. Don't keep me waiting. There's only one way out of this. Through me.
You the cruise director? Because I got a complaint.
Entering restricted areas will result in termination and prosecution.
What can you tell me about this base?
Please, can't you get me out of here?
You said you think there's a black project going on inside the detention camp. Tell me more about these scientists.
Please! I don't want to disappear like all the others.
I want to help you, but you've got to stay calm.
I thought possibly to recruit you, I could have used you. All you've done is make yourself a target.
That's your problem, not mine.
Deus Ex: Human Revolution was originally released in August of 2011. It was on Xbox 360, PlayStation 3, and PC. This is the third installment in the Deus Ex series, but is actually the prequel to 2000's Deus Ex, so this is kind of a going back to the beginning. As a Square Enix game, it's a pretty open environment full of a lot of side quests, main quests, and a lot of little extras. It's a pretty solid mix between first-person shooter and RPG. You get a lot of that first-person shooter action, as well as all the customizations and a lot of the open-world environment and a lot of a really good story that you get with an RPG. As the story goes, you play Adam Jensen, an ex-SWAT specialist who's been hired by America's most experimental biotech firms to oversee all of their security and make sure nothing goes wrong with everything that they're doing. But, as we know, something's gotta go wrong or we won't have a game. The facility you're at is attacked by a group of mercenaries that are all sporting the latest in biotech alterations, making them bigger, stronger, faster, and harder to kill. In the attack, many scientists are slain, and a lot of the technology was either stolen or destroyed. You yourself are almost killed, and doctors decide the only way they can save you is to outfit you with some of the same biotech gear. As soon as you're rested up and recovered, you're tasked with finding who these mercenaries were, why they attacked the facility, and how you can go and exact your revenge. Now, let's go check out some of that sweet gameplay.
Snake to kill a snake. Take or leave it, pendejo. Either way, my debt is paid.
Alright. Right here. Just a drink for later. Alright. Nothing else here. So yeah, here's the menu. So here you can change out some of your enhancements. You can upgrade your inventory. Yeah. So how we got right now is the main mission. So let's get to that, I guess. Really cute, really cool futuristic world.
Please move along.
Okay. Excuse me. Alright. Yeah, busting a move. You're a downer.
The biomod industry is going to tear this city apart. Mark my word.
For real, dude. Alright. Alright, alright, alright. Okay. Get to the marker. You look shady. Don't let them scare you.
Don't let them beat you down.
Alright, bro. You say so. Alright, I'm getting there.
Don't get involved in this, asshole. Get out of here. You heard it? I ain't gonna tell you again. Back off.
Boom. Nobody else noticed that? Let's see, let's take him out.
Keep out of this, Hanser. Get lost. Shit, someone's gonna pay.
Boom. Boom. That it? Pretty easy. Boom. Nope, they're still there. Where you at? Where you at? Where you at? Where you at? Boom! Over there. Around. Is that it? Okay, looks like that's it. Alright, let's search on. We got some stuff on there. Full of pistol ammo. Alright. Anything good? Got some monies. Ooh, do I want to sneak in the sewer or do I want to go through the door? Let's get sneaky. Let's get sneaky. Alright. You one of them? It doesn't look like it. Can I get through there? Well, maybe I can't sneak through here. Maybe. Back here. What's back here? Something. Alright. Yeah, you done. Let's see. Let's go around this way. And this way. Oh, is that it? No, that's kind of useless. Well, if my instincts tell me anything, you go the way of the bad guys. Oh. Come out. Say come out. Say come out. Seriously? Blocked by a piece of wood. Oh no, jump. There you go. Everything up back here. Waste of time. What are you guys even protecting? Oh. Yeah, well, that was a whole lot of nothing. Maybe it's for later. Who knows? Alright. So we'll go back up. I guess through the door it is.
transmission that's making a mockery of your security efforts?
It's keeping.
Let's go shotgun.
Open into our network. None of us are secure unless you find the antenna that's sending it and shut it down.
Anything.
What we got? There, two guys there. I'm gonna sneak up on them. That kind of hurt. Regen for a minute. I don't know where he is. And yeah, regen, come on, come on. There you go. Let's take a protein bar. Blind shot? That'll hurt. Really? What do you got? Anything? Anything? I got a few things. Really? Can't shoot through glass? Okay. Huh. Let's go to rifle then. Oh. Really? Oh, finally. Oh. Come on. There you go. One of these guys. Probably should have gone inside. There's a door over here. Where's everybody else? There's bound to be more. So I'm gonna sneak up on him.
Someone over there.
Alright. Some protein bars. Pro energy, not protein, I guess. Nope, I want your gun. There you go. Alright. Alright, let's keep going. Something's beeping, that's rarely a good thing. Yep. If video games have taught me anything, close. Oh, let's see if I can hack it. Okay. Oh, come on. Alright, so I get it.
Access denied.
Do I use my last hacker? Yeah, we go.
Boss, is that back door still open?
Ta-da!
Good job. Frank just sent me the all clear.
So that makes it easier. You can find those little automatic hackers.
Farida, are you standing by?
Since I'm not very good at the hacking yet.
Loud and clear.
Stay close to the antenna. Richard sent me the coordinates for it. I'm coming to pick you up.
Which means I'm gonna get shot at here real quick, probably. No? No, maybe not. Get there. That's convenient. And that is service right there.
Mr. Jensen, your limo has arrived. You ready to leave?
Let's go.
Let's go.
Great. Detroit local. This is Serum Industries Bravo Echo Echo 008. Continuing on.
Woohoo! Yeah, not too shabby. F a Kraken. Anyway, pretty cool stuff. I like it so far. It's been fun. Real fun. So guys, as you can see, really cool gameplay, really open environment, really looks good, really fun game. I highly recommend it. Right now, it's at the Steam store for $19.99. If you're a console player, you can go get it off the Xbox store for, I believe, $14.99, so kind of depending on where you're at. I was able to get it at Steam for $2.99, so you may want to wait for a sale. Maybe check it out, see what you can get. But either way, definitely one to have, definitely one to play through. It's a good time. I really enjoyed it. Thanks again for watching, guys. Be sure to check out the description for our links to our social media, and we'll catch you later.